From the Roman Empire to the Second World War, we're taught a broad range of history in schools, but where does lesbian, gay and transgendered history sit in our modern curriculum? Virtually nowhere, according to Drew Dalton. So why are teachers so reluctant to teach LGBT history when we're becoming a more accepting society?
I think mainly teachers are scared to touch it. It's partly because an older generation of teachers with that hangover from Section 28 are scared of it and don't know how to teach it. So what we're hoping to do is to teach them the skills on how to do that. And also I think some of it's recognition. LGBT lives have been kind of wiped out. So sometimes teachers aren't aware that the people they're actually teaching about are lesbian and gay themselves. There's some good stuff going on in the UK in pockets, but in New York there's a Harvey Milk School, which is a great example of kind of opening up the curriculum generally, because it's a school for LGBT youth. And I think they've got a great model where the lives are celebrated and not forgotten about or wiped away. So I think their model's excellent.
So how would learning about diverse sexualities enhance the next generation and help those struggling with their own sexuality in school?
There's still a lack of role models for a lot of people, and I think being able to bring that out will help people who are coming out, and it'll make future problems less difficult. So homophobia, I think, even kind of giving rise to that or giving attention to LGBT history will help to decrease homophobia in the long term as well. With it normalising, it starts to pick apart at some of that bullying and homophobic stuff that's been picked up by Stonewall in schools, where teachers and students are increasingly hearing people using the word gay to describe things, or homophobic abuse within the schoolyard. So I think definitely it'll have a positive impact.
And Drew is holding a free teacher training session with the aim of encouraging more LGBT history to be incorporated into mainstream teaching. Although it may not dramatically change things overnight, what's the hope for the long term?
We've got a launch night on Friday to launch it all, and then Saturday a range of talks and training sessions for teachers and to the public. The whole session will be about incorporating LGBT history into the curriculum for teachers, but also we're going to have schools out there who are the national charity for LGBT education. So they're coming in to do some workshops with teachers and trainee teachers as well. Schools can choose their own topics that they want to study now and teach students. So I'm hoping that this will ride the crest and allow schools to pick up on the wave of it, so they can actually start bringing LGBT history into it. Because you're right, it won't be an overnight change, but small steps and all that.
And the continuing professional training session will be held this Friday at the Discovery Museum in Newcastle. Mark Patterson for Made in Tyne and Wear.